Hello there. Pleasant evening to you. John Ruman here. Tonight we're going to discuss polarity. And polarity is the opposites of two poles. We have North Pole and South Pole. We have hot, cold, we have light, we have dark, we have good, we have bad, etc. I'm going to discuss polarity as it comes to the sexual essence of a person. And before I get into this, let me tell you briefly about myself. My name's John Ruman. If we have not met before, I'm an international business coach and consultant. My passion is to help people just like you achieve the greatness that I believe is why you are here on this amazing planet. And everything I do, every piece of content you will ever see John make, has a distinct focus to help you move closer to that direction. Hey, Allie, good to see you. So I would encourage you to explore this topic that I'm going into in a deeper level, but I'll start with this. First of all, every human being on this planet has one of two essences within them. The gender of the person has nothing to do with the essence the person has. There's masculine and there is a feminine nature. This is the polarity I discuss. So every person has one or the other. They don't have a blend. And many people have fought their true nature by reaction to whatever, so they're not really in their true nature. But when people are in their true nature, they feel whole. They feel like things are flowing well. They feel like they're where they're meant to be. So let me explain and describe the two sides of the polarity. So first side is masculinity. So for example, I am a masculine by nature person. Yes, I'm a man, but not all men are masculine. So masculine, because it could be a woman, I'm just going to use men to make it easy. A masculine man would be someone who is steadfast, decisive, is grounded and calm. If you make the analogy of people going on a voyage, the masculine natured person is the person who is the ship, who says, I am going there. That is my target. And I will drive, and a lot of the language you'll hear in sports and the military and such is very masculine language and business. Driven, motivated, pervasive, focused, vision, all that's very masculine language. And when to describe someone of a masculine essence. So that's one side of the dichotomy. The other side is that of femininity. So femininity is the raw energy of it all. If it is not decisive, it is totally indecisive, and it is free-spirited and less grounded, a little more flighty, a little more up in the air, a little more fun, and a little less directed. So someone with a feminine essence, for example, would easily go up and start dancing and being free and frolicking in the woods and skipping down the road and expressing themselves in such a way that seems like they just don't have a care in the world. So that's one side. So we have the analogy of the ship going to that directive port. Again, the masculine essence is the ship. The energy that literally channels the ship is the feminine energy. So they actually work in concert, and in truth, the feminine energy is what drives the ship. I'm sure you're well aware that men and women, and I'll just simplify women, feminine, men, masculine for ease, but again, that's not always the case. To a man, a feminine woman drives him wild in a good way, very excited. He feels very, besides being sexually drawn to her, the being around her energizes him. So by her being her truest self, she actually is energizing to that person. Now, if we flip it around and we have a masculine woman And a feminine man, he is indecisive. She is decisive and driven, etc. So the gender doesn't matter. And if they're same sex, there's a a masculine and a feminine side of the coin. And again, there's no judgment, there's no good or bad. They are both necessary for the energy to be the grandest. And the greatest bond will be for those who have the largest amount of polarity between them. So a woman who is highly feminine, or a person who's highly feminine, will be strongly attracted to someone who is highly masculine. So if you are one or the other, again, you have one or the other as your dominant trait, but whatever one you are, the more you're in it, the more you truly live it, the more you will feel more naturally drawn to that person. And if you are particular about who you partner up with, assuming you choose to partner up, you will find that those who drive you nuts in a good way, if you're a guy, and if you're masculine, if you're feminine, the person who grounds you and calms you and allows you to feel free because you don't have to make those decisions and again be decisive and driven and all that kind of good stuff. You're allowed to be free yet expressive is the feminine nature. And not that every person has one or the other all the time. Most women, for example, are feminine, but many things in modern life make it so many women have to project temporarily a masculine essence. Go to work, bring home food for the family, take care of things, right? Be decisive where normally they may not. And I'm not saying either are harmful or bad in any way, shape, or form, but ideally, the more in your essence you are, the happier you are because you really feel like this is how I'm meant to be. So, thank you for checking this out. So this is kind of a nice fundamentals on this concept, and it's not meant to be remotely offensive. And hopefully, you watch this and you're like, cool, I get it, totally makes sense with me. But whoever is watching this, ask yourself, what are you? So if you're a person of feminine nature, an easy way to find out, for example, is if you see someone who is like, so a feminine person would find a badass, someone who's just, who's decisive and strong, incredibly attractive. A person who is a strong masculine essence, or again, masculine essence, but may not be fully realizing, would find someone who is light and playful and giddy and cute and all those kind of things very attractive. So if you're undecided and unsure what you are at a core, and by the way, I'd strongly encourage you once you figure this out, move in that direction. It'd be very enlightening for your life and empowering because you'll live in so much more harmony and joy than you've ever fathomed. Because most people aren't really living their truest self; they're kind of living in between. And I know it's challenging. So for the women who are watching and have to project a masculine essence and go to work and all this kind of pain in the ass stuff, I get it. Trust me. I did a women's retreat and I had some amazing feminine women who are like, I'm feminine, but I have to work. I have to take care of my child. I am a sole parent. I get it. I get it. So the challenge is to find enough opportunity to be the true feminine version of yourself, if that's you, so that you can still attract a masculine man. That's the key factor. So, yeah. So any questions you have, I'd really welcome them. I'd love feedback. This one may be a little more, I make it a little more, not uproar, but feedback. People saying, how dare you? But this is not meant to really hurt anyone's feelings. If you're offended by this, maybe you're not comfortable being how you're expressing yourself now. Don't view anger as me as a bad thing. You can yell at me all you want. I'll still love you back. Ha ha ha. So if you're a man and you want more masculine essence, I actually have a workshop to help you make yourself feel like a total badass. That's the Men's Warrior Retreat. That's what it's all about. And check that out if you're interested. Just look at my events page. You'll see it. It starts next Sunday. So if you're interested, check it out. You'll absolutely love it.